stories, of course, that will be coming there is the former coach of the Black Angels. Do we remember him? He resigned on his own, but we've severally seen coaches resigning without mentioning proper reasons why they have resigned. But this one did resign and also stated in clearly in his resignation letter the reasons as to why he had resigned. He stated in within the management, he stated in issues within the fans, and even some of the players. And where he is currently is something we shall also be looking at with you somewhere, somehow. And remember also, UPL returns. Yeah, KCCA today will be taking on there is a NEC, and also a big league is ongoing. That and very more over the stories that will be coming through. I want us to look at the regional league within there is a Nyagak zone, where of course Nebi Central shall be hosting at Luo grounds. They will be hosting. There is Alpha Rising Stars, if you like, you can call them Leah. If you look at the statistics of the two, of course, the coach of Alpha Rising Stars, Mr. Olema Hamza, will be going to face, I should say, his former employees. Yeah, Mr. Olema Hamza was one time at there is Nebi Central, but things didn't work out so well, and we did see him quit Nebi Central. He came to Arua and, of course, moved to there is a Panduru Stadium, the home of there is Alpha Rising Stars in there. And this time around, we shall be seeing Alpha Rising Stars travel to Luo grounds to take on there is Nebi Central. Remember, in their previously played games, Nebi Central did play a 1-1 draw at St. Mary's Baromatch at Pokwachi in there. With the Pokwachi youngsters, this game we did see it ended on a 1-1 draw. Meanwhile, Alpha Rising Stars is doing very well, and I think they also top the table of the Nyagaki zone in there, meaning under the stewardship of Mr. Olema Hamza, the side Alpha Rising Stars is doing well. We did see them the other day going away and picking in a point, and then they did come to also another way to Arua City, all the way from the border to play. There is Arua City, the owners of the city, and they did beat them 2-1. And then also in the most recently played game, we also did see Alpha Rising Stars winning in. So what are some of your early predictions into this very game? Are we seeing Alpha Rising Stars still continuing with their win? I don't know. That is something that we shall be throwing back unto you. You give us some of your predictions ahead of this very game. What are you thinking ahead of this very encounter that is going to be between Alpha Rising Stars and Nebi Central? And then also another encounter I want us to look at. I don't know if this is a derby, because Kuluva Rainbow is in Arua district. Meanwhile, Arua Airfield is in Arua City. Wait, where is Arua Airfield? Okay, Arua Airfield is in Arua City. So we could say this is some Arua derby, yeah, for the Arua district and Arua City. Of course, Airfield will be traveling to there is a Hospital View Arena at the home of Clover Rainbow, as there will be visitors tomorrow in there. What are some of your anticipations ahead of this very game? What are some of your predictions ahead of this game? For me, I will put on a draw into this very game, because if you look at Clover Rainbow, this is a side that now is doing so well. The last game they traveled to Panduru Stadium to play there is Alpha Rising Stars, and they did tie them to a goalless draw. No one touched the back of the net of the other. So if Kiluva Rainbow is able to travel to the home over there is Alpha Rising Stars, and they are able to share in the points as they are visitors, what then happens when they are home? What and then shall we expect? And meanwhile, we are not also ruling out the fact that we could be saying, I don't know if it's too early to say that Arua Airfield is getting back to normal, because if you look at how they literally did play in their fourth league division games, of they came through to zoners, how they were able to withstand all the pressure in honoring all the fixtures. There is the fixtures that were within the zoners, and they did qualify to come through to regional league. And I think some of they were the winners in fourth league division games, the winners. for the two zones combined. There is Nile Zone and Nyagaki Zone, yeah, something of that sort. But then this season, the season for Regional League, I would say, did not start on a good notice for the Airfield. We didn't see them winning their games, and for the fact that they did manage to get in their first win, that was at a Greenlight Stadium, Ababet, the home of Wanduparaka Football Club. Remember, that is where, of course, the pilots, or if you like, you can call them Arua Airfield, play in their home grounds. That is where they host the visitors that come through to, of course, honor in their fixtures in there. They did start winning in their first and collecting in their very first 3 points of the season up against there is a Parombo Missions, where they did beat them. And then after that, I think that was a goal for them, and that is when exactly their season did start in there. We did see after beating in Parombo Missions, and I think they all collected the momentum, the vibe was high, and you know, that is when they did start winning in their games. After that, after winning Parombo Missions, they, I think, went on an away and were able to play a draw, and then when they came home, they were home last weekend against, I think that was on Saturday, against Arua City, and they did beat them 2-0. And then this time around, they will be traveling away to, there is a Hospital View Arena to play. There is a Kiliva Rainbow in there. What are some of your anticipations in there? Matches Arua Airfield, we should say, looks rejuvenated. They look bigger and better. I think we would say they have returned into their winning ways. I don't know if they will manage to even pick 1 point from Hospital View Arena in the hands of there is a Kiliva Rainbow. Because if you look at Kiliva Rainbow, just like I had said, that this is a side that goes on an away spree. Last weekend, just a case in point, last weekend, Kiliva Rainbow was at a Panduru Stadium. I don't know if you know Panduru Stadium. If you don't know of the Panduru Stadium is the home ground of Alpha Rising Stars. If you like, you can call them Leah. We did see Kiliva Rainbow travel to Alpha Rising Stars, and this game ended on a 0-0. So, if that is Kiliva on away, at the other time, before actually they went to Panduru Stadium to play their results for Rising Stars, and were able to play a 0-0 at the end of 90 minutes, sharing in points and coming back all the way from Panduru, the border, up to Kiliva with 1 point. Before that, we also did see them holding the Pakwachi Young Stars. No, they did beat Pakwachi Young Stars, I think, 2-1 at Hospital View Arena as well, the other weekend before they traveled to Panduru. I think it's quite a very good one, and this time around, Kiliva Rainbow is quite going to be a little bit hard for there is a Arua Airfield to go past them that easily, unless otherwise the best we are expecting from this very game is going to be a draw. But according to me, I'm giving in a slight win to there is a Kiliva Rainbow. I don't want my colleagues in Arua Airfield to come through to make in a lot of noise. Of course, most of the people there are my friends, the likes of the coach. There is a Mr. Ibrahim Faisal, their media person, their PRO. There is a Mavegas Pro, their media guy, the graphics guy. That is a Chiki Bado, Jojo, and the rest of the people, Sir John. Yeah, a lot of the people that are in Airfield. You guys should brace yourselves for sharing in spoils. That will be the best that Arua Airfield will go and collect at Hospital View Arena for tomorrow in there. So what will be some of your predictions also out there? You can give us your predictions on our social media handles. You follow us on our various social media handles on Facebook, on Twitter, or X. Okay, currently it's called X, but for us we are still glued on calling it a Twitter, yeah. We are also on Instagram. We are also on TikTok, YouTube. So you can as well give us your predictions ahead of this very encounter that I am talking about. And remember, for Arua City, they did pass in a letter confirming that they had parted ways with their head coach. I don't know if this is a good move for Arua City. I don't know if it is a bad move or they've stepped on live wire. It's something I don't know. And the letter reads, Arua City Football Club for immediate release. Arua City Football Club has mutually agreed to part ways with Mr. Atiku Ron from his role as club head coach. This decision was made in the best interest of the club's performance and the future growth. We thank Mr. Atiku for his contributions and wish him success in his future endeavors. The assistant head coach will assume interim leadership as we work toward improving our results. We appreciate our fans' continued support during this transition. Club management. Now, if you look at the previous season of Arua City, you will actually get to realize that they started the season with an away spree, and I think that's where they went and collected a draw. And after that, they've never bagged in all 3 points. It's either they're sharing spoils or they're giving out all the 3 points to their colleague opponents. We did see Arua City being beaten at their home ground, that is Police Ground. They were being beaten by Alpha. That was the other weekend, and then last weekend that just passed, and today is a Thursday. We did see Arua City also being beaten by, there is Alpha Rising Stars. Alpha Rising Stars, they did beat them the other weekend. And then last weekend, they were beaten by the Pilots. There is Arua Airfield, 2-0. Alpha did beat them 2-1. And then this weekend, we are seeing also Arua City having in a very, very tough encounter in there. So basically, what will be some of your predictions ahead of this game, or what are you anticipating? Is the mutual contract termination between Arua City and their coach, Mr. Atiku, going to improve in their results? Is it going to improve in their tactical kind of display? Is it going to improve the players' discipline? Is it going to improve in the players' hard work and energy and interest and passion that normally they put into the game of play? This is something we all don't know, and I think we shall be able to get the answers to all these that have answered from the very first time, where we shall be seeing Arua City taking on or honoring a fixture with there is the assistant interim head coach in there. Let's wait to see what he will get, of course, in store for us in there. But basically, I think I think that is also going to be quite a very good one. And I also want us to look at where of course the former or the ex-coach of the Black Angels has landed himself at. We all remember that coach Ibrahim Chobe, that started the season with the Black Angels, recently did put in his resignation for the management, and it was granted. So one fact that I would like to tell you is Coach Ibrahim Chobe joins Mida Football Club after resigning at the Black Angels. Ibrahim Chobe has joined FUFA Big League side Mida Football Club as the head coach after resigning at the Black Angels Football Club a few days ago. Chobe's first game with Mida ended in a 2-0 home defeat against Antunga Sazei at Konkunga Primary School grounds in Kachumbala Bukedea district on Sunday, 17th November 2024. Kakoza Godfrey mandated twice for there is the away side in each half. Chobe has mainly served in there is the Buganda Masaza Cup, working as an assistant coach at Gomba in 2004, 2008, and 2014, 2016, 2017, and 2018. He also worked as an assistant coach at Bululi in 2011, Buwekula in 2012, and was among Ibrahim Chiria's assistants at Budu in 2022, and last year at there is Bulemezi in there. We are giving you a brief background of Chobe Ibrahim that recently resigned from the Black Angels, who is currently the head coach of Mida Football Club. Mida has had a bad start to there is the season after gaining a promotion from the regional league. They have just 2 points after playing there is 6 games with no win, 2 draws and 4 defeats, managing to score at least 5 goals and concede 12 goals, which leaves them at the rock bottom of there is the table in there. If you look at Mida's opening games that they have played, out of which the statistics I've just given you comes through from, you get to see that they first started their league with playing Chiinda Boys, and Chiinda did beat them 2-1. And then they played Calvary, and we did see this ending on a 1-1 draw. And then they came down here at Greenlight Stadium Ababe to play Onduparaka Football Club, and Onduparaka did beat them 2-1. We did see them play by the Black Angels, and this ended on a 2-2. And then we also did see them play Buhimba, and they lost to Buhimba 3-0. They were still talking about a mid football club that currently now is under the stewardship of the former coach of the Black Angels in the names of Ibrahim Chobe. And they also recently played Ntunga Saze, and Ntunga Saze was able to beat them 2-0. This 2-0 defeat now came through under the stewardship of Chobe Ibrahim. I would also like us to be aware of the encounters that are coming through, that are lying ahead for there is Ibrahim. He will next on 24th November, he will be traveling away to play there is a Gaddafi Football Club, and then 1st December he will play Busoga United Football Club away, and then 15th December we shall be seeing Ibrahim Chobe play Boma Football Club at home, and then after that they will play Arua Hill at Peche in Gulu, and then they will play Blacks Power immediately after playing Arua Hill at Peche. They will go to Wakibwa in Lira to play there is a Blacks Power before they return home to take on Kataka Football Club. Quite very, very tough fixtures for there is the man himself. We're talking about Chobe Ibrahim, that of course recently did resign from the Black Angels, citing in disturbances, intrusion of the club management, players, fans. He said these are people who cannot allow you to do the work they hired you for. And then also on another story, it has been rumored, okay, I even saw an official letter of Mbale Heroes saying they are going to open, in official social media handles or pages because because the former ones and the passwords have been refused to be handed over or to be given to the new people by there is the club chairperson. And I'm quite sure he could also be having his own reasons as to why he has refused to hand over the club's different accounts on social media and management to there is the new person that is supposed to manage them. He could be having his reasons, you know. There are a lot of reasons these days that are happening between clubs and the people that are actually managing their social media handles are in there. So from Mbale Heroes, they already put up a press release saying that the former social media handles shouldn't be followed, and if you engage in there, it will be at your own risk, because they were abandoning that simply because it was being managed by one person, and after requesting this person to hand over management to another person, he refused. That is the chairman of Mbale Heroes. He refused. So it is said that they are going to reopen new social media handles in there. So they were requesting in their fans to, of course, follow in with the new social media handles that they are yet to open. Now, this brings me to a question that why would the chairperson, remember this is a club chairperson, why would he refuse to, of course, hand over, why would he refuse to hand over passwords and passwords and these pages to the person that now they want him to hand over to? That's why I said we shouldn't, of course, come through and blame such a person. People normally have their different reasons. You could be finding out that this person is demanding, this person could be demanding there is the club, and they have failed to pay him, and he wants to use this as an opportunity. He wants to use this as an opportunity to, of course, seize the club's social media handles so that they pay him. But now look at it this way. the club is already finding in another means of reopening or opening in another social media handle and leaving him with the ones that he has refused to release. But for me, I would think that if there is a misunderstanding, the two parties, of course, have to come through and sort this out before it escalates. And in most cases, as social media, by the way, also sells the club. Social media sells the clubs a lot. Look at the game that Arua City did play the other time against Alpha Rising Stars. There was a lot of noise they did bring in on social media, and I'm quite sure it is this noise that people actually followed at Arua police playgrounds in there to witness which side was bigger and better. So social media for me promotes, by the way, football events, it promotes fixtures and all that. So basically, whichever the reason might be or wherever the problem could be, I would literally say these people need to handle it very, very well. And remember, just like I had said, there are a couple of encounters that are coming through from there is UPL. Today, Thursday, UPL will be seeing a couple of games. Bright Star will be taking on Maroons at Kavumba 4 p.m. Bull will be taking on Express at Nojemba 4 p.m. And then KCCA will be taking on NEC Football Club at Lugogo 7 p.m. And then Bull Football Club, I want us to look at the game between Bull and Express. Bull Football Club coach, and there is Abe Chikomeko, and his Express FC counterpart, there is Badru Kadu, have spoken with optimism as their sides lock horns in the Premier League. There is today. The two sides are tied on the same points, 12, and head into the contest in a decent form, turning the tables after an awkward start to there is the season. Bull is unbeaten in their last 4 matches, drawing only once in the last outing at Mbale. While for Express, they have only lost 1 game in the last 5, beating rival soccer club Villa 1-0 in their latest fixture before the international break. That, of course, I did see most of our players going through to represent the country or to represent the nation in there is the AFCON qualifiers. He said we made a few mistakes in our last game at Mbale that denied us the victory, but we have rectified everything, and we shall go for all points against Express. These are words of Abe Chikomeko, the gaffer there is at Bull Football Club. For Kadu, the Red Eagles need to climb up the table, and can only achieve that with 3 points in their duo with Bull Football Club. The players are in shape to do the job, and we must show we are Express and get the points, he said. For the key statistics, there have been 22 previous league meetings with 9 wins for there is Bull Football Club. They lost 7, drew 6. There has only been 4 goalless draws between the two sides. Other match day 9 fixtures, of course, that will proceed tomorrow, Friday, will include Chitara, that will be hosting UPDF at Butema 4 p.m. URA will be taking on Vipers at Nachivubo at 7 p.m. And then Saturday, we shall be seeing Barara City taking on Mbale Heroes at Akacheka 4 p.m. And then Soccer Club Villa will be taking on Wachiso Giants at 1 Kilukuku at 4 p.m. Up off to a very short commercial break. When we return, we shall be looking at some of